for the Raiders are top 10 going up against the Broncos, who will need to solve that secondary. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's a match between the Denver Broncos and our home team. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll run it out of the Wildcat. It's Anderson. There's Presley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. 3, 39.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out in the pistol.
Red 18. Red 18.
Carr now on first down. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. If you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, sometimes we talk running backs, sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
I love watching T.J. Ward play. Whether it's covering in the deep zones or blitzing, this man makes plays.
We ready?
Now they'll throw with Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing his car on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense and holding them to no gain. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Again, Anderson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to the ground, Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run with their fullback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And ready for 3rd and 6. Throwing is Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Broncos coming out now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field, and they come away with nothing.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They come out here in the... They go with Murray again. Down to the 25. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On the direct snap, this is Anderson. They'll run. It's Presley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now this time Bortles will throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Again, it's Bortles. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Anderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal. Brief break in the action here. Back with more after this. First down and goal to go from the 7. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. Offense looks to punch it in here, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception,
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. So a little grabbing there, but time it goes against the offense for holding. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 23 yards on the play. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. A good pickup there at 22.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Carr going to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. again, it's Carr. Caught, the tight end Walford. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Step, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now Bortles. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. On 1st down, Bortles escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. The 3rd quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They run it again with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop the back for our offense and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe to be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
On first down, Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Here's Carr to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Tenth carry of the game now, Murray. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
first down. Murray. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw, it's caught. His pass caught at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And the wideout in motion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And coming out now, the Broncos. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. Muscles him off. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The play clock's running down. Carr now on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is the fullback, Janovich. Welcome back, everybody, to Oklahoma City. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They come out here in the eye. Bortles to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this. Quarterback pitches it. He's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Throwing his Carr on third down. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
All right, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
We ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
We ready?
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Caught right side, Davis. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Fresh set of downs here. Carr turns, hands to Murray. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Carr to throw on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Murray, the lone setback. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that play will go now. Whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Bortles going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Bortles. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So out come the Raiders. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
He's back to throw. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
2nd down now after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. One final try now for Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big-bodied receiver finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. It's up, and it is good. So make this a 2-point victory In grand style, this one's over.